All right, so you've put in the work. You've gotten your head around Python's basics, loops, functions, all that good stuff. First off, seriously, congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. But now you're probably standing there thinking, what's the next step? It's the big question every single developer asks themselves at this point.
Yep, this is the one. You've learned Python. Now what? You've got the fundamentals, but how do you actually leap from writing those small, simple scripts to, building the real, powerful stuff? Well, the answer is where things get really interesting. So let's jump right in.
Okay, so here's the thing. Python's big secret, its real superpower, isn't just that its code is easy to read. Nope. It's this huge, incredible world that's been built around the core language. We call it the Python ecosystem. And a great way to think about it is like this. You've just finished building your own little workshop, and now you're about to step out into a massive, sprawling city full of specialized tools and factories.
So what exactly is this ecosystem? Well, at its heart, it's just a massive collection of pre-written code. We call them libraries, frameworks, tools that other really smart developers have already built and decided to share with everyone. It means you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You get to stand on the shoulders of giants. Need to build a website? Guess what? There's a toolkit for that. Need you analyze some complex data? Yep, there's a toolkit for that too. And when I say massive, I mean the scale is just staggering. We're talking about the Python Package Index, or PyPI as you'll hear it called. It's the official warehouse for all these toolkits, and it hosts well over 100,000 of them. Just let that sink in. That's why Python is so incredibly versatile. It's like having a universe of ready-made solutions right at your fingertips. Okay, so with 100,000 plus options, where in the world do you even begin? It can feel a little overwhelming, right? Don't worry. Let's take a quick tour. Think of this next part as a map to this new world, and we're going to check out some of the most popular and powerful territories together. First stop on our tour, web development. This is a huge one. Python is an absolute powerhouse for building the back end of websites. That's all the logic that runs on the server. We're talking everything from a simple blog all the way up to the massive, complex systems that power giants like Instagram and Spotify. And what's really cool here is that you've got options for any kind of project. On one hand, you have something like Flask. It's a lightweight, minimal framework, perfect for smaller apps where you want complete control and flexibility. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Django. Django is this huge, batteries-included framework. It gives you everything you need to build big, robust applications right out of the box. And then you have these super specialized libraries like Requests, which does one thing and does it incredibly well, fetching data from anywhere on the web. All right, moving on from building the web, let's talk about understanding the world through the web and all the data it generates. Welcome to data science and analysis. I mean, this is an area where Python absolutely, unequivocally dominates. It is the go-to language for manipulating data, digging for insights, and of course, making some really cool charts. And if you dip your toes into data science, you are going to meet these three pretty much immediately. They're the big ones. It all starts with NumPy, which is the bedrock for any kind of heavy-duty number crunching. Then you've got Pandas, which is famous for its data frame. It's just a super intuitive and powerful way to organize and clean up messy data. And once your data is all nice and tidy, you use something like Matplotlib to turn it into beautiful, insightful charts and graphs. And of course, you knew this was coming, we have to talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning. Yeah, Python is the undisputed king here too. And the reason is simple. Its libraries make this incredibly complex field so much more accessible. They let you build and train these sophisticated models that can do amazing things, predict the future, understand human language, even see and recognize what's in a picture. And in the world of AI, you'll see a couple of different levels. For what you might call traditional machine learning, things like predicting housing prices or sorting customers into different groups, Scikit-learn is an absolute must-know. It's fantastic. But when you need to get into the really heavy-duty stuff, deep learning, building those complex neural networks, that's where the two giants, TensorFlow from Google and PyTorch from Meta, come into play. Okay, wow. So we've just toured this incredible city of possibilities. We've seen all these powerful toolkits. But how do you get them? How do you actually unlock the door and start using them? Well, the answer is a simple but ridiculously powerful little tool that works from your command line. Let me introduce you to pip. That's PIP. It's the standard package installer for Python. And the best part is, it already comes with any modern version of Python you install. So remember that giant warehouse PyPI we talked about? Think of pip as your personal shopper. You just tell pip what you want, it goes to the warehouse, finds the right package, and installs it on your computer for you. Seriously, it's that easy. And using it is, no joke, about as simple as it gets. You just pop open your command line. If you're on a Mac or Linux, that's called the terminal. On Windows, it's the command prompt or PowerShell. Then you just type one little command, hit enter, and that's it. You can sit back and let pip do all the heavy lifting of downloading and setting everything up. So let's make this real. Remember that requests library we mentioned earlier for grabbing stuff from the web? If you want to install it, this is literally all you type into your terminal. Pip install requests. That's it. One line. You hit enter, and boom, you've just given your Python setup a brand new superpower. All right, you've got the map, that's the ecosystem, and you've got the key, which is pip. So what now? Now it's time to put your core Python skills together with these new powers and go on your first real quest. Let me show you a couple of quick examples of what's now possible. Okay, first quest, let's say you want to build a simple web scraper to grab all the headlines from your favorite news site. Believe it or not, this is super straightforward now. You just use pip to install two libraries, requests and another one called Beautiful Soup. First, requests goes and fetches the raw HTML code of the web page. Then, Beautiful Soup comes in and acts like a precision tool, letting you easily sift through all that code to pull out only the headlines you want. Or how about this one? Quest number 2. You've got a boring spreadsheet full of numbers. Let's say student test scores. You want to turn that into a nice, clean bar chart. Again, it's a simple process. You install Pandas and Matplotlib. You use Pandas to load that spreadsheet data into a clean, organized table. And then you just hand that table over to Matplotlib and tell it, hey, make me a bar chart. Just like that, you've turned a wall of numbers into a visual story. The most important thing to take away from all this is that learning to code, especially Python, isn't about finishing a course and being done. It's about starting an adventure. You've got your core Python skills, that's your compass. And now you have the ecosystem as your map. You can literally go in any direction you want. And the possibilities from here are, truly endless. So what's your next quest going to be? Maybe you'll build that personal blog you've been thinking about with Flask, or you could grab a data set about your favorite hobby and analyze it with Pandas. You could even try building a simple little chatbot to talk to, or write a script that automatically cleans up that messy downloads folder on your computer. The key is just to find something that sounds fun to you and go for it. So there you have it. You have the map to this huge, amazing world, and you have the key, pip, that can unlock any tool you could possibly need. The only question left is the best one. What are you going to build first?